Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be my preview on Jesse Ventura, the body. So he is a defensive showboat, legend era. That's really cool. We have a new superstar in the game. This is our first Jesse. Legend era gems do 10% more damage, and the stock, the body gear. He's a trainer. Uh, Trap gems do 100% more damage, and red moves start with 2 more red MP. That'll be good on, I think, Alexa Bliss, potentially. We'll have to see when we get there. Probably good on Aussie too. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, a few different people it could potentially be good on. So decent. It's got 2 red MP and it does trap stuff, so I like it. Not amazing, but solid. So let's just dive in. Jesse's the free one, the B tier this month. We're going to start with triple yellow. Chest rake, 7 MP, 747k damage, make the bottom row into pyro gems, make all gems above it into protect gems of strength 71,428. Not super huge protect gems, but a lot of them. Arm drag, 745k damage, make 7 pyros into yellow. And then the finisher, back elbow smash, deal 1.2 million damage plus 370k bonus damage for every protect gem. There's a few different ways you can run this. I ended up going move damage route. You could go with some protect damage route for a little more on the bonus damage on the finisher, because there's a lot of them, but that'll probably mostly hinge on if you have Zombie Tuso. If you have Zombie Tuso, you can run that. I think this is more realistic for most rosters. To coincide with the protects, we're going with a 50% armor strap and armor 2s. This is something that you'd probably more look into if you had the new armors. Armor 1. If you had like armor 2, then you might look into this where you get a ton of armor, and if you had a big gem defense strap, in particular 100, then you might look at this. But we're going with Kofi, Asuka, Rick Rude here for 40% yellow move damage, and then yellow finisher 50% in K-Quick. If you have Gooker, you would use Gooker instead. You could also run this with Takedown as well, because the move damage is not nothing, right? It's there. So we're just gonna go against Sammy, Striker. I know we have a class advantage, but that's all right. Gameplay loop for this is pretty simple. This move refills it. There's obviously a cascade risk. I didn't cascade though. And now we're gonna pop this like, you know, what, 36-ish gems, give or take, at 370k a piece, and then the 5 mil on the finisher. So you can see it's a 21 mil pin, and then we got the protect gems kicking in, and Sammy's healing up. It healed up most of them, but you can see when he cascaded twice he didn't. That's gonna be fine like for tours and stuff. Competitive though, with kick out boosts and stuff, that size protect gems really won't keep anyone down, so you're gonna have to have their armor like knocked way down if you want to do that. It's a decent set and all that, but probably not something you're gonna end up using competitively. So let's switch gears here. We're gonna go to did I forget to switch the strap? I did. We can fix that. Bam. On the fly. Let's fix it. We're gonna go with the gem damage strap here. We're gonna equip 100%er. Let me just get rid of this one. So this is gonna be on now. I'm gonna have to change those other graphics too as we go. It won't take long though. All right, here we go. So let's replace that. 100% strap. Blue Fury 2, Blue Fury percentage. Regular Fury 2s, nothing crazy. Everyone should have access to those, or very close to sets of those at this point, I would think. Okay, so we're going to start off with the sub build. We got the torture rack. We got the backhanded chop. And we have the pile drive finisher. So backhanded chop is choose 8 gems to make into blue gems. It's 7 MP purple. It's also reversal. The opponent's move increases their move damage, then deal 1 million damage and steal the opponent's turn. So like Roger Rabbit doesn't want to fight Jesse Ventura, like Texina, new gen Texina. 7 MP torture rack submission, generate 46 random sub gems, 950k 2 turns, remaining turn into reinforced gems. Pile drive finisher, 10 MP blue. deal 267. Sorry. Yeah, 267k bonus damage for every reinforced gem, then finisher, 502k damage, and choose a 6x6 area to swap into purple gems and pin the opponent. Entourage for this one, we're going to go and do a little bit with the sub here. You could also use Gunther instead of Sammy. Sammy's 100% more sub damage and 2 purple MP. Gunther would be purple gem damage, right? And it gets the sub up to a whopping 4 million for the 2 turns total. Then we got Woods for purple MP, so you're loaded turn 1. Reinforced gems do 100% more damage for Yoko. And then I have NWO Hogan because I don't mess around with the huge chooses. I do 2-3 matches to load the finisher. Up to you if you want to do that or not. You could put another reinforced coach there for 60% if you wanted. But I'll take the playability, ease of playability over that personally. Gameplay loop's pretty simple. Hit your sub. Hope they don't destroy a bunch of your sub gems or have a sub reversal. If they have a sub reversal, it's your fault. But if they destroy a bunch of gems, it could just be bad luck. And then they get a wild card and destroy more of your gems. Then 2-3 matches of blue. Get you loaded. Try to leave your reinforce if possible. It's not the end of the world if you break one or something. So don't stress about it too much. It fills your... And then pop your purple gems on as many reinforced gems as you can. $22 million finisher after the sub. Not that crazy. It really depends how many kick out. If you don't want to use, let's say, Hogan, you could do like a 5-match to fill the finisher because of the reinforced gems and stuff potentially, but I don't know. I think it's just easier not to mess around with it personally, but completely up to you. This is not my favorite moveset, as you might guess. And this one should probably do it. You could combine it with a all heart plate if you wanted to after the sub. That was 27 million on that pin. You could combine it with a purple Royal Rumble and an all heart. A lot of stuff you could do if you wanted to run that set. So that's certainly an option. This is a very similar set, but no sub involved. And so we're going to use Gunther here. That's why I didn't use him on the previous one. We're changing one move. We're taking out the sub and putting in the heart punch, which is a choose a 6x6 area to make into reinforced gems, 7 blue MP. And then we're just changing this to Gunther. So you're loaded turn, well, your choose is loaded turn 1, so 2-3 matches, drop your area, hit your finisher. Works pretty okay. And you're going to guarantee to have 36 of your reinforces on there. Again, you could instead, if you wanted to chew up more of your reinforces, a 3-match of reinforce gives you 6, right? And doesn't move the pin bar, so you could chew up 6 of your reinforces to not use NWO Hogan. And then use a 60% reinforced trainer. That's certainly an option. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but maybe you want to run it that way. I'd rather have more reinforced gems. And you're going to see this should do better than the sub did on the pins. Same thing applies. You could use a purple Royal Rumble. And that was 33 mil pin. Not horrible. You could also use a yellow Royal Rumble, to be honest. If you went with like a yellow or red Royal Rumble, then you could use Bulldog Bracers with it. Actually. And do a little bit more that way. So if you want to see what that looks like, let me do that real quick for you. we'll just go with a Bulldog Bracer. I wasn't planning on throwing that on here, but let's do it. And either we'll go with yellow because it's primary color. I know a lot of people have Bulldog Bracer and aren't using it. Adds 25% to yellow gem damage, 50% to red. Let's check out his stats because the red might be better, but probably not. Entourage stats. Yeah, yellow is almost double base gem damage, so we're just going to go with a yellow Royal Rumble on that. So you could do this for this moveset. And then blow up a bunch of gems. Let's see where he gets. Boop. What was that? 41 million? So, a little bit better. Probably, in my opinion, not probably. In my opinion, not worth putting your Royal Rumble plate there, but maybe you're a big Jesse the Body Mark, and this is your only option, so, you know, there's that. Favorite moveset only works on a striker, only works well on a striker, so since we're on a striker, we'll just stay there. This would be my favorite moveset. You can run this with 3 moves, and you would use, like, either Gunther if you have Gunther, or you could run Naomi and use the choose. But I prefer to just do it 2 clicks. And we're just going to put the finisher you haven't seen, the Canadian Backbreaker. So Canadian Backbreaker, 10 MP blue, 2 million damage, make 49 random gems into blue gems, pin the opponent. Hardcore, if opponent's class is striker, first do 2 million damage and increase your blue gem damage by 120% for 1 turn. I also forgot to change my graphic on the other screen. So let's fix it here. And then post-production. This will all look great when you watch this, I promise. It won't. So there you go. Gem damage on all of them except the first one. Awkward. And for 2-click here, like I said, if you don't have Brawn and you want to choose into it, this same sort of thing, right? It's almost the same as what we ran before, just a different finisher. And you're using the alternative finisher on strikers because you get the blue gem buff, right? And then you will equip a blue Royal Rumble, but I will show you without the blue Royal Rumble first. So 2-click, just drop your reinforce down, doesn't matter where, and then turn the whole board blue. Also, this will be great for blue boss battle, breaking shields, etc., etc. A lot of utility here. And, you know, 43 million damage without a plate for the B tier on 2 moves. That's not terrible. I don't think. Not terrible at all, I don't think. And then we can toss a blue Royal Rumble on there and get a little bit more. And Jesse's a pretty solid B tier. I mean, you know, I think for the freebie, not bad. There's some stuff people can run. He's usable. He's tourable. He can hit pretty decent with some stuff, so I don't mind him for a B tier. I think he's a solid freebie. He's got some utility. Interesting trainer. Not amazing, but interesting, so. And again, keep in mind, this is only against strikers that he has the hardcore, but this is pretty efficient. So with the blue Royal Rumble, nice hit there, and really nice board of blues. Yeah, that looks really good. That was 63 million, you know? 63 million. That's not terrible, really, out of Jesse the Body. So I think he's a pretty good B tier. Pretty good freebie. There's some stuff you can run without crazy stuff, and, you know, throw a blue Royal Rumble on there, and he can hit okay. So yeah, I think I like him. I think he's pretty good. He's obviously The freebie is usually never even in the conversation for top, so he's not a top showboat, but I think he's perfectly usable. I see nothing wrong with him. I think he's fine. Some fun stuff there. He's got some reinforced stuff to work with. He's got some blue stuff to work with, you know, so he's not going to be wasted taking him up, sort of thing. So yeah, I think he's in a good spot. I like him. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this preview of Jesse the Body, and stay tuned for my other videos this month. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of content this month. Hopefully some of it's useful to you. So yeah, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there. I don't mind the governor. Yeah, he was governor of Minnesota when I was in Minnesota. Jesse the Body. It's some interesting quotes. Ask me sometime on stream, I'll tell you.